So this video is just going to be a follow-up to the previous video that I made about music signs. So I'll make sure they're both linked together as they will be uploaded through different accounts. And again, this is very rough off the top of my head. I have some notes, but we're just going to go ahead and work through them the best we can. So first thing I want to talk about is counting to start off with. So I usually do 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'll flip the 1 so that it's a bigger movement to see that, like 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. That start. The second sign is from the top, patting the top of the head. It's a hearing gesture, so it's good to copy those if possible. So from the top, from the start of the piece, from the top of the show. Different ways of counting. That you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, very English. You could do 1, 2, 3, doing an up and down movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do 1 and 2 and 3 and. You could do also 1 E and kind of a square shape. For threes, you can make an L. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, showing 4 different places or beats, but showing how many measures you've played so far. Again, these are all just different ideas, things you can try, things I've done. I'm not saying these are the absolute only way to do this. Just some ideas to help people get started when they're thinking about interpreting music. And again, you could add a twist, 1, 1, 1, if you play with that and see how that feels to you. And for sixteenths or quicker notes, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. You can 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. All different options of switching that palm orientation to give more visual cues. Also doing it as they conduct, as a conductor is conducting. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. So just keeping that number of the measure and moving through different beats. You can count on it by like signing minute with that 1, 1, 1, 2, just to give another rhythm, or on the back of your hand 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Of course, you might have to go a little bit slower to help to see that rhythm initially. Lots of moving hands can be hard to see. So once they understand that rhythm, and then you can speed up your signing and give less visual cueing. And think about moving the number signs with the conductor's baton. We talked about that. Tap up and down the numbers. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and different beats on the side of the wrist, and tapping it in different positions can help it be more visual and more distinct. A sign for pause or suspend for rests. So if you have a quarter rest, a whole rest, that's how I typically say that, a 16th rest, an 8th rest. Sharps and flats, so like A sharp, A flat, up and down. So also you could say, like, if you're doing some tuning, you could say, like, you know, you're sharp, you're flat, you need to move up, you need to, you know, adjust down. So move more sharp, move more flat. I could have just signed those completely backwards. You know what I meant. A little up or a little down. Moving up, down. Also, paradiddle, and I was not a percussionist. This is something I'm just thinking of. But I might sign this turn, your turn, my turn, for that switching between the right and left hand. This is, clearly I'm not a percussionist. I don't know what I'm doing. But, so like, paradiddle, paradiddle. I think that's what it is. So as for the sign itself, I like initializing signs. This is me. So you could do with a P instead of the L hand shape. We're going to do some paradiddles, that P with it back and forth, your turn between the two different hands. As far as maybe stepping away from direct interpreting and maybe doing more mediating, tapping along on the rim of the drum, or where they can see it on the music stand. I've tapped on a music stand before so they can see that in a smaller range of vision. Physically, I haven't had to do this with the students I've worked with, but I can see it working, of tapping them in time, patting them on the shoulder or on the back or maybe on the arm, depending on what instruments they're playing, to help them get that rhythm as they're playing along so they're not trying to keep their eyes too many places at once. If they have a buddy, sit or stand next to them so that they can be visually copying that, another thing that can work. And we only can do so much with our hands. We're limited in how hands move compared to mouths and tongues with spoken language. So, again, these are just some ideas and some things that I've done in the past or things that could work. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments and I'm happy to answer them. And if I feel it necessary, I will add another video. Thank you.